Hello, IB students of Lillian Osborne. This broadcast is an assembly to answer all of the questions you may have about the upcoming May 2023 IB exams. Working with me today has been your IB coordinator, Ms. Foote, along with the grade 12 full IB diploma students of the LOHS-TV team. I'm Alyssa Fraser, your director and writer for today. Producing beside me is Alex Liu, and your studio engineers today are Catherine Ma and Joanna Xu. Thanks to the LOHS-TV team for letting us borrow the studios today, and as always to the Lillian Osborne Parents Association for all the help they have in LOHS-TV. Now let's begin.
Good job, Legends!
We finally made it to May!
But before we celebrate, we've actually got to get through IB exams first.
First, an outline of today's assembly. We will be discussing the protocols of taking any IB exam, complete exam schedule, and then some specific details regarding certain examinations.
I know that's a lot, but we'll be throwing a lot of resources to help you along the way. First off, attendance. Many of you have heard that if you're taking a lot of IB exams, you get to skip school. This isn't as true as it sounds, so listen up.
You will be excused from classes the day before an exam and the day of your exam if it's in the afternoon. If it's in the morning and you do not have another test the next day, you will not be excused from your afternoon classes.
For instance, if you are writing the Comp Sci exams for paper 2 and 3 on May 8th in the morning, but you are not writing either the Chinese or Math IB exams the following day, you will be expected to attend your afternoon classes on May 8th.
Many of you are also taking non-IB classes right now, and those classes will not stop for you, even though you may be excused from them. It is your responsibility to catch up on your classwork that is missed due to IB exams. Additionally, it's also a good idea to email all of your teachers, even your IB ones, to let them know which classes you'll be missing in advance. They're respectful of your study time, but don't forget that there are still diplomas in June.
That's a lot of info, so let's recap. You are only excused from the classes the day directly before an IB exam and the day of the IB exam if it's in the afternoon and you have no other exams afterwards. If you have a Monday exam, you do not get the previous Friday off. You should be ultimately trying to attend as many of your classes as you reasonably can and talk with your teachers beforehand to clarify any confusion you may have.
Now that the attendance is out of the way, let's talk about how you get to your IB exams and what you need to bring. Linda?
Thanks, Adeline. Let's walk through your checks and routines chronologically, shall we? So after you've taken your excused day off to study, you'll want to pack your bag, eat a good meal, and have a good rest before your exam day. In your packing list should be the following. Your picture ID, a driver's license or a school ID card works fine. Multiple blue and black pens and ink refills if needed, and multiple dark pencils with pencil sharpeners and extra graphite and erasers. All responses must be written in blue or black pen, with the exception of multiple choice exams, drawings, or graphs, which all use a dark pencil. Responses written in gel pen or highlighter or colored pencil are invalid. And while you're packing, you're probably going to be nervous and pack too much, but here's what you can't bring into the examination room. Food. Any beverage other than water in a clear and unlabeled bottle, pencil cases or other containers, electronic devices like Apple Watches or boogie boards, whiteout or correcting fluid, and spare paper. And lastly, for your French, Spanish, and Chinese listening exams, you need to bring your own wired headphones to connect to the Chromebooks in order to hear your exams. No Bluetooth earbuds like AirPods or wireless headsets will be permitted. Okay, so you've had your rest, you've woken up on time, had a healthy breakfast, and now you're on your way to school with your properly packed backpack. Let's keep going, Shannon.
Thanks, Linda. So you made it to school the day of an IB exam. You cannot bring bags into the exam room or keep anything in your pockets. So find a buddy to hold on to your things or go to your locker to put your bag in. You're going to make sure that your phone is in there as well as any wearable technology like watches and any notes or papers. Take only what you need to the small gym at least 15 minutes before your exam is set to start. You may not be allowed by your supervisors to write the exam if you are late, so be sure to have a backup plan of transportation to the school each day of IB exams. Go to the bathroom way before those 15 minutes approach if you need to. Once you get into the gym, each desk will have all of your paper materials and a cover sheet with your name on it. Before you sit down, look for your name. A speaker will announce the beginning of the exam, and every paper except for multiple choice exams begins with 5 minutes of reading time. You may not be able to write anything down at this time, but you may open your exam materials and begin to read through it. Then your exam will begin. You may raise your hand if you need to get the attention of an invigilator. You may not acknowledge the presence of any other student in the exam room at any time. This includes looking at them and mouthing words, hand gestures, or borrowing writing tools. One type of exam material you'll receive is an answer booklet. These are for rough notes, drafts, or calculations. Draw a single strike-through line in any notes you do not want to be marked. This will also be where your answers that don't fit in the given space go. In the answer box, write continued in answer booklet, and in the answer booklet, write the number of the question. Even if you finish early, you must stay in the exam room until the time is up. Before you leave the exam room, be sure that your cover sheet is correctly completed and signed. And then it's over. Yay! But we're sure that you'll want to discuss the questions you didn't quite get. It is a strict rule that as principled IB students, you do not discuss the content of any exam with anyone within 24 hours of writing. Let's hear about the exam schedule now over at the desk. Caitlin?
Thanks, Shannon. Yes, the full exam schedule for May 2023 can be found on many of your Google Classrooms, but if not, the link is just down below.
Just to debrief though, we start off on May 2nd with 2 days of physics exams in the morning.
On May 3rd, English Paper 1 is in the afternoon,
Followed the next day on May 4th by Glopo Paper 1 and English Paper 2.
The first week of May ends off with Glopo Paper 2 and Comp Sci Paper 1. Keep in mind that the morning Glopo exam finishes at 9:45, so you could still attend a full day of school if you are not writing the Comp Sci paper in the afternoon.
The next week starts up again with Comp Sci and Math,
Then the first language acquisition exam comes in on Tuesday, May 9th with the Chinese papers 1 and 2.
plus Math in the afternoon,
Then the Chinese listening test on Wednesday,
the first Chem test on Thursday,
and then French and Chem to finish off the second week.
the third week finishes off French exams,
And then 2 days of Spanish with Bio in the afternoon on Wednesday the 17th.
and the very last exam, Thursday morning, May 18th, the Bio Paper 2 exam.
Good thing we ended off the week with a Group 4 exam because there are some strict rules about calculators. Linda?
Thanks, Caitlin. Yes, for your science exams, that is bio, chem, physics, comp sci, and your math exam, you're expected to use a graphing calculator. A staff member will have to clear your calculator for you, so if you have one that doesn't clear through by pressing second plus 7 over 1 2, then you need to go to Miss Foote at least 5 days in advance to find someone who will know how to clear it. These special calculators include Texas Inspire, HP Prime, and most Casio calculators. For your math and science exams, please remember that there are no calculators permitted for paper 1. For paper 2, examiners mark and make questions based on the expectation that you have a calculator with a set of minimum functions. Those functions are listed in the description, but for your information, your TI-83 and 84 calculators will be fine. But don't bring the case into the exam. And your elementary school calculators with numbers and the basic 4 operations will put you at a disadvantage. And that's all for me. Adeline?
Thanks, Linda. That wraps up our assembly for today. If you have any more questions regarding IB exams, please email our IB coordinator, Ms. Foote, with the email below, and probably sooner rather than later.
For tons of resources to help you study, more info on exams, and even resources on hand stretches to avoid cramps, join the IPSA Google Classroom with the code listed here.
If you're watching this in class right now, remember that you can find this video again on the LOHS TV YouTube channel. Just search LOHS TV on YouTube.
On behalf of Elizabeth Fraser, Alex Leo, Linda Ju, Shannon Poon, Joanna Xu, and Catherine Ma, and Miss Foote, I'm Caitlin Wang.
And I'm Adeline Xie. And good luck on your exams. But just remember, be legendary!